Hello students, how are you? Myself Dr. Gurumalu, Assistant Professor of Political Science and PGT of Political Science. Today we are discuss about the important topic of class 12 Political Science. I have the faculty of Political Science for the CBSE, UG and PG classes. Today we are discuss about the important topic of our subject class 12 and this topic is Cold War, Sheath Yuddha. Clear? And what is the Cold War? Cold War is the indirect war. Cold War is the indirect war. Plus, it is a war of ideology. It is a war of ideology. And what is the meaning of ideology? You study in class 12 the meaning of ideology is the collection of ideas, the expression you all use in particular system. It's called to ideology. For example, Gandhism, Marxism, etc. Here, the time period of the Cold War is that 1945 to 1981. And George Lucas was the founder of this world, not the war, this world. He was the famous political scientist in all over the world. George Lucas was the founder of this world, Cold War world. Clear? After the Cold War, whenever seen that the defeating of the Germany, Hitler and Mussolini, Italy, then the sphere of place of the superpower in all over the world. So it is the war of achieving the place of superpower. ध्यान सुनिए, it is the war of achieving the superpower in international politics after the Second World War, and there are two important players role this war. Number one is USSR, the former country of Russia, and second is USA, United States of America. The full form is USSR is the Union of Soviet. The full form of USSR is Union of Soviet Socialistic Republic. Union of Union, S Soviet, S to Socialistic, R to Republic. Union of Soviet Socialistic Republic. And this country emphasizes on the Marxism and Communist Party ruling this country. For example, in recently China and also North Korea ruled by the Communist Party. Clear? And this political system emphasizes on the Marxism. Marxism basically emphasizes on the emphasizes on the equality and right and justice for the lower class, upper class, for the upper class and middle class and lower class. But basically, this ideology emphasizes on the welfare of lower class, farmer and laborers, etc. This ideology emphasizes on the development of the farmers and laborers. Clear? And this ideology, Communist Party ideology, emphasizes on the one-party political system, as well as this political system not allow the free market, not allow the private sector in their country, and total business controlled by the government sector. Clear? The call to public sector unions. And the other side, USA always emphasize on the capitalism. And what is the meaning of capitalism? Capitalism is another ideology of political science. Capitalism emphasizes on the capital and increase the capital in the country. It is the opposite of the Marxism. Capitalism also emphasizes on the justice, liberty, and equality, but capitalism emphasizes on the private sector and consumer-oriented culture, as well as capitalism economy and capitalized government emphasize on the minimum control on the business houses. Clear? So their opposite ideologies, USA and USSR. So it is called to the war of ideology. Between two ideology, number one is capitalism ideology followed by the USA, and second is Marxism ideology followed by the USSR. But in the year of 1981, whenever the decline of the USSR and the slogan given by the former USSR President Gorbachev, Glasnost and Perestroika, and these are the Russian language words. What is the meaning of Glasnost and Perestroika? The meaning of Glasnost and Perestroika is that free world, free culture, free market. जब उन्होंने देखा तो उसके बाद में इस यूएसएसआर का जो बेसिक था वो टूट गया है, डिक्लाइन ऑफ द यूएसएसआर. Whenever the ending of the Second World War, then start the Cold War, and whenever the decline of the USSR, then we are seeing that the ending of the Cold War. But what is the scene of India in this war? It is an important topic. It is an important question in your board exam. India is not aligns both groups. India is the third group aligned. It's called a non-alignment movement, NAM, NAM, NAM. And Pandit Nehru ji all emphasized on the non-alignment movement because India is a developing country, so India not believe in the indirect war. In this, but India believe in the democratic values. India believe in the UNO charters. Clear? So it is called the Cold War. It is an important topic, your political science subject. It is the first chapter, your book. Clear? And what is, some question to me that, sir, what is the Cuba crisis? Cuba crisis ended in the 1961. Cuba is a supporter of the USSR, and USSR given the weapons to the Cuba. And Cuba is geographically situated in the South America, neighbor of the USA. So it is a clash between USA and Cuba. Indirectly clash of USSR and USA. But after that, India emphasized on the peaceful agreement between the USSR and USA. Clear? So it is the indirect war. It is the indirect war between USA and USSR. India is not given its role. India is a non-alignment movement country, third party, because Indian government emphasizes on the liberal ideology. Indian ideology emphasizes on the democratic socialism. In this particular ideology, is the third model of the economy, mixed economy, because Nehruji emphasized on the mixed economy model. In this particular economy, India emphasized on the some area in the socialism, Marxism, and some area in the capitalism. Clear? So it is a war of ideology. It is an indirect war. It is not a direct war of the weapons, bomb, soldiers between USA and USSR, but in some area of the world conduct the direct war. For example, the war of Vietnam, North Vietnam, South Vietnam, the war of South Korea, North Korea, because South Korea emphasized on the capitalized economy, USA support of the USA, and North Korea support of the communist economy, USSR. And this war basically emphasized on the focus on the partition of the several countries. For example, Germany. East Germany emphasized controlled by the East Germany controlled by the USSR and their ideology, and West Germany controlled by the USA, America, and their ideology. And result is the Wall of Berlin, because Berlin is the capital of Germany. But after the Cold War, ending of the Cold War, destroyed the Wall of Berlin and integrated both countries, East Germany and West Germany, and East Vietnam, so South Vietnam. Some political scientists emphasize on that the 1971 India-Pakistan war basically the result of Cold War, because after the 1970 India emphasized on some Soviet policies, political policies. So Soviet Russia, USSR support the India in 1971 war, and USA support the Pakistan. Clear? So it is called to Cold War. War world, ये शब्द है war, युद्ध पर it is not a war. It is a war of diplomacy. It is a war of propaganda between both two-sided countries. USA also emphasized on the diplomatic and propaganda, and ban on the Soviet literature and movies and food item wearing system, as well as USSR also emphasized on the control on the USA Hollywood movies, McDonald's, pizza, etc. USA food habits, culture, literature, etc. actors. So it is a war of diplomacy. It is a war of indirect war. It is a war of direct war in another places in all over the world. It is a war of propaganda. It is a war of literature. It is a war of art and culture between two superpowers. But finally, why ये war क्यों हुई? Because सुपर पावर के प्लेस को लेने के लिए, क्योंकि एक मीनार में दो तलवार नहीं रह सकती, इसलिए सुपर पावर के प्लेस को भरने के लिए, जगह को लेने के लिए एक वॉर हुई. बट 1991 के बाद जब ये यूएसआर खत्म हो गया, देन उसके बाद में यूनिपोलर वर्ल्ड हुआ, मतलब यूएसए एक कंप्लीट पावर हो गया वर्ल्ड में, कोई नहीं था. दिस सिचुएशन इज कॉल्ड टू इंटरनेशनल पॉलिटिक्स बाइपोलर सिस्टम. बाइपोलर मतलब टू सुपर पावर्स है. रिसेंटली इस वर्ल्ड में क्या है, आज 2020 में मल्टीपोलर सिस्टम है, बहुत सारे सुपर पावर्स है. क्लियर? and recently started a new Cold War between China and USA. It is a trade war and for the region of the corona. It is starting the new Cold War between China and USA. Clear? So it is a Cold War. Thank you, students. Thank you.